Hello, I'm Dr. Wyatt and I'd like to talk to you about several exciting business programs that are going to be coming to Turkey for the first time. The first one is a four-part program over 16 days. And the first part of it is having to do with performance enhancement coaching. So coaching is one of the hot topics in the business world today, and that coaching occurs in organizations, and coaching is on a spectrum from so-called life skills coaching to performance enhancement coaching. And there are a lot of so-called life skills coach out there, but there's not a lot of performance coaches. And performance coaching in itself is a real art and a science. In the new understanding of management, one of the functions of every manager is to coach the performance of their employees. Every manager wants more employees and they want better employees. But in today's highly competitive business climate, that's not going to happen. The only way to get better employees is to coach your employees to do a better job. In order to do that, you got to be able to evaluate their performance, and you got to know what can happen to improve their performance, and you got to be able to communicate that to the employees, and then you've got to continue to monitor the situation. So the first part of this business program is on performance coaching. How to coach people to increase their performance in whatever they do. It's going to be focused specifically on business, but it could also apply to athletics. It could apply to any other area where people need to learn how to coach and how to coach performance and how to improve performance. Improved performance is the key to organizational success. It leads to profitability and productivity. And productivity increase is critically important. The second part of this training also deals with coaching, but a different kind of coaching. It deals with leadership coaching. Leadership is a very hot topic now in the business world. It's something that everybody needs and everybody says that they've got to have, but nobody seems to know exactly what leadership is. So there's certain characteristics of a leader. One, they have a vision. They can imagine what a better world would be like than the one we have now. And this vision, they're able to present it in such a way that it inspires others to follow. So leadership coaching is about coaching leaders, coaching people in how to lead and how to lead their organization forward into a better world, into a more successful world, in which they increase the productivity, the performance of the organization, and in so doing increase the profitability of the organization. So this is a rare opportunity to truly understand what leadership is about, and an opportunity to learn how to coach people to be leaders. So every manager in an organization needs to do performance coaching, and every manager needs to understand leadership and how to develop leadership. So the first part of this training then, the first 8 days, are going to focus on performance coaching and leadership coaching. The second part of the training has to do with how you look at an organization. It has to do with first with diagnosing organizational performance and organizational problems. It looks at an organization as a system, and it determines where the challenges to the organization are. Many organizations realize they have problems. They realize that they may not be as successful as they could be, but usually they don't know where to start. It's simply overwhelmed by the complexity of the situation. And we're going to learn a powerful model that will allow us to diagnose where the challenges and problems in an organizational system lie. And once we know those, then we can begin to do something about it. Too often there's a lot of effort put in to organizational change, but very little change actually occurs, because it's important and critical to know what to change and know how to go about creating that change. And focusing your efforts in the wrong place produce minimal results. So this is first about diagnosing organizational and systems performance and change, and figuring out where the problems are and figuring out then how to bring about change. The second part is facilitating system change, facilitating change in an organization. So changing an individual is quite different than changing an organization. Changing an organization requires a completely different skill set. You've got to work with the culture of the organization. You've got to work with the systems of the organization. You've got to be able to skill people within the organization. So you need to focus on several areas simultaneously. And there are a lot of people out there that may be good at focusing on one area. This training is going to teach you how to focus on all the key components that are going to be necessary to facilitate change in your organization. So this is a rare opportunity. It's a rare opportunity for every manager, for every business person, for every employee who wants to understand their organization, who wants to make it better, who wants to make it more successful. In a highly competitive business climate, you cannot afford not to have this training, or even worse, to allow your competitors to have it and you not to have it. So I look forward to seeing you in this training, because your future and the future of your organization may well depend on your decision to attend this training. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.